Who are you? I mean, for real, who are you? Or maybe another way to ask the question is, who do you think you are? You know, are you a winner or are you a whiner? Maybe those aren't fair questions, but what I'm getting at is, in terms of life and living your life, how do you feel about yourself? What are you living your, does it feel like you're living your life on purpose? You know why you're here? Why did you incarnate? Why are you on planet Earth? What are you hoping to achieve and accomplish in your life or in your lifetime, in your lifespan while you're here? What's the purpose? What's it all about? There was a movie a bunch of years ago. What's it all about, Alfie? And it's like, ask yourself that question. Ask Tom, what's it all about? What is it? You got these years and years and years of experience. What are you doing with it? And that was part of the question that got me to open the YouTube channel. Because you have these years of experience that you share daily with people in a little room, one-on-one, that really could benefit a lot of people just in general. One of the things we're going to talk about today is how do you determine, or how do you know what your life purpose is? So stay tuned. I'm going to get into a little exercise that I do with my private clients, and actually I've been doing it in workshops with people for a long time. And in probably a month or so, I think we're going to do one right here on the internet and World Wide Web. In a few weeks, we'll be doing a program on how to have a fast win. How do we find out our life purpose and create a design to actually live it? So stay tuned. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But what we know about the human body, the human mind, is that the body physically is a self-healing organism. If you get a little, even just a little paper cut, your body knows how to heal it and to recover from it. We get different kinds of viruses. We get different kinds of all kinds of attacks onto our body. Our immune system fights it off. We get bacteria, we fight it off. Whatever it is that comes at us, we're equipped, we're built, we're designed by the maker of all of this in such a way that we heal. We're a self-healing organism. But so is our mind. We're self-defining. We are a self-fulfilling human being. Unlike all the other animals, you know, they don't really have quite the language capabilities that we do. And they don't create things. They live, they exist. And I guess maybe they make some simple instruments and tools, and we're learning more and more about the amazing world of nature that we live in. But they don't really come to a place of fulfillment, of being able to say, this is why I'm here and I'm fulfilling my purpose. Or this is how I'm using all of my experience in life, raising kids, having family, foraging for food, all of that sort of thing, kind of putting it all together. They don't create a book. They don't create a symphony. They don't create a painting. Only human beings do that. So we already have a sense that we're here for a reason. We're here for a purpose. And probably some of you already have a decision made about that. And rather than learning the ABCs, I like to think of it backwards, a DCBA, that when you get the order of things right, life becomes a lot simpler and clearer. And you get a good fast feeling of how to do this. For example, once you decide who you are, it's easy then to make a decision about that and delete everything else that pops up, including the denial that comes up, the defeatist feelings that come up, the doubt that comes up. I think that's probably the worst human virus there is, the virus of doubt. It just paralyzes individuals, countries. It's the worst thing ever. And what's at the base of it? What is the organism that's at work in there? Four-letter word, begins with F. No, not the one that ends in K. One that ends in R. F-E-A-R. Fear. And it's, remember the last three letters are ear. It's fear. It's that voice inside that challenges, questions, leads to doubt, leads to confusion. That's the human dilemma. That's the problem. Why do people come to visit me and talk to me about anxiety, fear? Why do people come talk to me about depression in their life? What's at the base of depression? Fear. And all the different human disorders, emotional disorders, the book's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Why? Because our thoughts are getting more and more crazy. I was talking to a friend the other day, and he said, back in the day when you had to worry about the pterodactyls eating you or a saber-toothed tiger around the corner, anxiety was normal. We walked around in fear all the time. It's more recently that there aren't terrible, horrible, rotten things happening where we are. There's certainly in certain parts of the world, but where we are, it's not. And now there's this growing anxiety that's as paralyzing and numbing as staring into the eyes of a true predator. And I agreed with him. I said, yeah, it's a thinking disorder. Thinking makes it so. And even when you're thinking into those eyes of a predator, the more primitive human beings would gather together as a team, and it would be part of the hunting. And yes, a human being might be the bait, but when you looked around, you saw the saber-toothed tiger, but there were also a whole team of people who had spears and wood and clubs and all kinds of things that were ready to attack it. And pretty soon you'd have a tiger dinner. We don't do that anymore, but we can do it in our mind. We can create that same team. And the first thing is you decide who you are and how you want to be in life. And then you deny all the other things that pop up. And then commit to that vision of yourself. And then cancel anything and everything else that pops up. All the little doubts and and stuff. Cancel, cancel, cancel. And the little voice inside, well, you're not all that. Cancel, cancel, cancel. And then we move on into, do you believe it? And you create a belief system around who you see yourself to be. And I'd suggest add a little bit that there's a creator process, this creation process that is in you, with that desire to fulfill something. That's part of our mind, that sense of I have something here to do, to fulfill something. That when you truly believe it, it's easy to behave and to take action on it and to act as if, and to stay with that action and achieve and accomplish your dreams. So A, B, C, D, just in reverse. D, decide, delete, deny anything else. Commit to it. Cancel everything that gets in the way. Behave and believe. Take that action. And then celebrate the accomplishment. So how do you do that? Well, I think it's easy. Just sort of decide, well, what's your purpose? Why are you here? What was this life all about? Why did you incarnate? Well, what do you like about yourself? What have you achieved and accomplished so far? What do you admire about yourself? What are the things that you really like about yourself? Identify them, be clear about what they are. What are your gifts, talents? What are the things that set you apart? Did you have a sense that, well, lots of people do this, but the way I do it is different from everybody else? My approach to this is not like everyone else. It's unique to me. And just start making a list of all of those things. We call it the A list, all of the characteristics that you like about you. And then recall conversations that you've had with other people who know you well. What do they admire? What are the things about you that other people admire? You may not see it or recognize it. That's why it's helpful to have a small community of supportive people around you that can help you evaluate. What is it that makes you different from everybody else? What is it that makes you special? And what are your achievements and accomplishments to date? And it doesn't have to be outstanding. It doesn't have to be like one of a kind things. It's okay for all of us who are just average. For all of us who have flaws. Wherever it is, hearing, seeing, feeling, tasting, touching, smelling, all that sort of. Some of us are really keen at that. Others of us, maybe not so much. We need to work at it a little bit. So wherever it is that you are, recognize those things in you. What have other people said about that? And continue to add to that list. These are the things that I admire. These are the things that I like. These are the characteristics and behaviors and things that I do and I do well. Start making a list. And then make a second list of what are the things that you actually like doing. Singing, whistling, woodcutting, walking, whatever those activities are that you really like. Cooking, cleaning, taking care of kids, raising kids, teaching, guiding children, guiding adults, um, making music, singing, playing. I have a friend who's an amazing accordion player. Not an accordion, a mouth organ player. He plays the harmonica. And he's great, and he loves to play the blues, and he walks around with half a dozen different keys so that he can kind of get up behind a band and start playing no matter what key they're playing in. He's got a harmonica that matches that. And I don't know how many times I've been with him where there's been something going on and he'll just get up and tune in and join in and jam in, and it's like this is just, it's wonderful. We've had more pleasant evenings where that's happened someplace where he's just done that, and it's like suddenly we're in a group of friends. Somebody was trying to teach me how to play spoons, and I haven't given up on it. I think I'm going to learn how to do that so that I can carry around a little pair of spoons in my pocket and join him, and sort of we can do spoons and harmonica and sort of play with any sort of band, whatever it is that they're doing. But make a list for yourself of those things. So the A list are the characteristics about yourself that you like. The B list are what are the things that you like to do? What do you just enjoy in life? And then the third piece to this process is what kind of a world do you want to live in? And how do you want to be in that world? How do you want to express those characteristics? What are the things that you want to do? I want a world of peace and joy and love. I want a place where everybody gets along. I want a place where people are free to achieve and accomplish their purposes. Whatever that world looks like, whatever that is, write it up a little bit. Don't be too wordy. Okay, keep it within 25, 30 words. And then there's 3 little sentences that you're going to start with. The purpose of my life is. The purpose of my life is to use my, and then from that A list of characteristics, start to make that list. The things that you like and admire about yourself. You're going to use your intuition. You're going to use your inventiveness. You're going to use your creativity. You're going to use your love of nature. You're going to use your love for people. And now list those words, those verbs of things that you enjoy doing, and have them all end in ing, like my writing, my singing, my skating, my baseball playing, whatever it is. Just put those in behind that. This is how you're going to do it. By doing this, you achieve, accomplish what you're here, your purpose of your life, so that you change and transform the world. And a little paragraph of things that you want for yourself and for the world, put that in there. Create a sentence. You have to work at this a little bit, but I know you can do it. I'm going to give you an example of how to do that. Now, this is an actual exercise that I do and walk people through. And we spend a little time with it and we kind of go over all the questions. I know some of you have some questions, but maybe the example I'm going to share with you now will help you understand what you're doing. So here's one that you might even know who the author of this one is. The purpose of my life is to use my natural abilities, my trained skills, my sense of humor, my creativity, my intuition, my faith by teaching, speaking, coaching, counseling, writing, laughing, and even making YouTube videos so that I enjoy an abundant, fulfilled, meaningful life, and others can discover healing and health and freedom and hope in a loving, abundant, peace-filled, beautiful world. That's my purpose. What's yours? Comment below. Put your list. Once you've done this exercise, list yours below. Let's all see how we can grow and develop as a community and really create a meaningful place for all of us. Like the channel, like the video, please subscribe. It really makes a difference. Come join part of the community here. Come be with us. Comments welcome. Thank you. Namaste.